Hi, it's Avijenda here from @figure.8.energy or We Light Beans on Instagram. And this week, are y'all feeling it? It's a bit of a different energy from the other week where we had Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, lunar eclipse, and yeah, we're still in that energy, but it's not as heightened and intense. This weekend we have a solar eclipse, and so it's in Aries. There's a lot more energy coming about, so a lot more action. So there might be like swift changes and changes that like are good and big. And one of the changes in my life is tonight is my last day with my beautiful baby. This is a 1969 Aristocrat lowliner, and I painted blue up here, painted wildflowers on here, and there's some more flowers on the back too. And I feel like this might be one of my MOs of like, I built a tiny home before from just like a base of a pop-up camper. It didn't have walls, it didn't have a roof or anything, and I painted giant spiderwort and Biden's alba on it, and then I sold it to my friend. And I'm doing the same thing with this. I have a friend coming from North Carolina. She's gonna come get this beautiful baby, and it's time. You know, there's a lot of things that have happened that I've been navigating for quite some time now, and even to get this was a whole manifestation process. I started from zero, right? I did work, trade, things that were all aligned with the teachings that I wanted to give. And eventually got this, had a lot of work done on it by other really beautiful beings, and I'm just so grateful for the experience because this gave me home base. Like, I felt like I had a little bit of roots, even though it's on wheels, and the wheels part was a really big deal for me because I'm a lot of air and I love to be able to flow and travel. And while I was working through all of this was a great way for me to feel home. But like I said, this is my last day with my beautiful baby, and I'm moving on to the next phase of being. And the more that you walk in alignment with your authentic self and then your gifts and abilities, the shifts will continue to happen. And so the big shift is happening right now, and I'm going to be moving into the more expansive situation until I can get back out and start traveling again. And the travels are going to be larger than they are right now, and that's beautiful. And it takes a lot of shifts and preparation. Like, I just got off the phone with my lawyer about a really big shift as well, and these are all things that I needed that period of time throughout this whole year to even work through and to become okay with, and be able to, you know, remove myself from my physical, worldly, earthly navigations and my higher self, and then come back down. And the changes, they don't just happen right away. Like, yeah, like it'll seem like it's happened overnight, but it's because of things that we've put into action before, things that we have already known. And so the things that I'm moving into right now, like, I already knew. I've known this for about a year now, actually longer than that if we can be really straightforward and honest with our deeper selves. And now I'm at the point where, like, okay, I've processed the emotions around it, I've processed all the logical things around it, and I've come to this deeper level of acceptance. And it requires a lot of courage to be able to step into that, because it is another layer of the unknown. And so I'm really feeling this solar eclipse energy in Aries with the shifts and movement. And, you know, I feel content. And there's like a level of eagerness and excitement, a level of sadness, but overall it's more content than anything. So I feel like I'm just popping on here to let you guys know, like, yeah, there is energy that's coming up now, and hopefully you're feeling the end of what the Venus retrograde energy was and the Mercury retrograde, at least more balanced with it. Like, things aren't quite as chaotic as you've been navigating what these different shifts meant for you. And yeah, just my heart goes out to everybody because we're all navigating this separately but together. And this is just a little update on my life and how I'm flowing with it as well. The offerings that I have coming up are just absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful that more and more people are being receptive to the offerings that I have, because these are things that whenever I'm sharing these offerings, I feel it through my body, just like the divine currents flowing through me, and the testimonies that I get, they just keep encouraging me to do this. And really my thing was like, I just want to be able to make a living by just being, by just showing up and sharing the teachings, the offerings, the services, all of these things. Like, there's so much that I've had to navigate through my life that have gotten me to this point, and I know there's more for me to navigate that will continue to help me elevate. And as I learn those lessons, as I navigate these terrains, I share that information with you guys. And so I am grateful for being able to pop up on any of y'all's radar, and any of you that are connected to me now, and the ones that are connected to me in the future, and the offerings in the future. Right now I brought my cards out. So another thing that's been really cool is I have been on this journey for years of just getting rid of more stuff, and I've had like lots of rebirths over and over again. It's just like, I think that I'm being reborn in one way, but then I never stop doing the work on myself, and then the divine intelligence inside of me just keeps showing up more and more ways, and so the evolution has been a lot of the metamorphosis, right? It's the egg, caterpillar, egg, larva, which is a caterpillar, the cocoon or chrysalis, and then the butterfly, and then the procreation, and then back into that again. And so it's been this loop, and each time I come out with more clarity, more excitement about being, and more clarity on the way that I'm supposed to operate and be, and not just clarity on how I'm supposed to, but the alignment with actually doing it. And so I encourage you guys to just continue doing your work, and even when it feels like everything's being turned upside down, know that it's happening for a reason. And we hear that a lot, it's like happening for a reason, but truly the things that you're navigating right now, it changes the way that you exist from moment to moment. And if you continue to have faith and hope, that's really what's going to get you through to the next stage, the next level. And you have no idea where you're going to be. You know, I dreamt of the things that I've been doing and what I'm coming into on a larger scale, and like, it's here, but it took a lot of release. It took a lot of shifting it, and shifting more than just the physical life. It took a lot of shifting of programs, and sometimes we think that we're over certain lessons and patterns, and then they come up again, and it's just like, you know, those final removals and the deeper layers of understanding, and so just like keep going through it, even if you feel like you've already gone through this before, because then you're eventually going to get to the point where you're going through it and you're almost anticipating there to be another cataclysmic moment, and then you find that there's just beauty and grace, and that things are really better, and things aren't stuck into the negative loop because you've been doing all the work for it, and you're experiencing the beauty, and it's real. and it's real, even if it's just for this moment, and this moment is all you really have. So just keep striving, keep aligning yourself, keep trusting. You got the sunset. Is there anything more poetic and inspiring than a perfect sunset? An instant of magical reflections of colors over the mountain, the jungle, or the ocean that makes you remember that you and Mother Nature are and always have been one. This little gift of life you could be enjoying tonight, just like a flower. You need sunlight to bloom and reveal your beauty. Find an uplifting place to watch the sunset and enjoy this free refill of vitamin D. It will give you the energy to make important decisions and align your actions with your ambitions. If you don't know where to start, just follow the light, your inner light. For those people who are just like in disbelief about tarot and oracle cards and the divine intelligence interacting with all the tools we have around us, like, is this not a better representation of that, of everything I was just saying? And you saw me, it just fell out and just fell out. So keep following the inner guidance and do the things that you need to do to align yourself. And you know what? Maybe we'll do a little bit of tarot just to see. Maybe, is there anything that still needs to be released or worked on for the collective, and I as a representation of the collective that's tuned into this right now? It's tuned into a similar wave of consciousness, a similar frequency of being, aspiring towards a flowing what who we have to release or do. What work is there? Any sort of guidance? There we go. These are both reversed. We have the Magician and the Four of Cups. What I really love about the Magician is that there are all the elements on the card, right? You have the Pentacles, you have the Wands, you have the Swords, you have the Cups, and there's a figure 8 infinity energy on top. I'm having a little trouble focusing on it, but it's like you are the one who's in charge of weaving your life. Like, you are the magician. You're the magician, and the more aligned you are, the more you take care of yourself and tune in and listen to that information, the more you're going to find yourself in alignment with what you need and where you're going towards and what is truly aligned with your inner being. Because this is reversed, it says that you're discovering what you wish to manifest without taking action quite yet. You are uncertain if you have the tools you need. So let the universe work out the how while you focus on the what. So really tune into what you want, what you're striving towards, and trust that because you're communicating with the divine intelligence inside of you, like, it is going to happen. You know, inspired action, yes, but you have to know what you're working towards, and let those codes flow through you. The next one we got was the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, there is a man, he is sitting against a tree and he has his arms crossed. And there's 3 cups that are just sitting on the ground. And then there's 1 cup that is being extended out as an offering. But his arms are crossed and he's just like, I'm not really sure. And what that says is that you're withdrawn from your external environment. You're feeling uninspired, disillusioned, or disappointed. And you really need to focus on what inspires you. And that can happen during these times where there's so much shifting and changing. And I know I was feeling it a couple weeks ago whenever there was all that extra energy. It's like there were so many choices that need to be made, and because there was this overwhelm, I wanted to recluse a little bit. I wanted to just give up. And instead, I decided not to give up, but I decided to give in to the flow of what I felt.